Welcome into GoDuke.com, everyone. I'm Rebecca Fiorentino, and so honored to be with Laura Gentile, the founder of ESPNW and the Senior Vice President of ESPN. Laura, last night you had the unique opportunity to be part of the panel of the first ever ESPNW campus conversation right here at your alma mater. What did that mean to you to be able to start that and have that right here on your alma mater?
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, I am such a proud Duke alumni, and to help create a business, in ESPNW that focuses on women's sports and female athletes, and then bring that kind of impactful conversation to campus was wonderful, truly wonderful. And to share that with my coach, Coach Seiler, and to share that with, the current field hockey team and all the female student athletes that are here, and to really address, topics that, are very important to them at this point in their maturation, and at this point when they're thinking about what's life after college. And ideally some of us, the alumni, could come back and provide a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, last night the conversation was a lot about the transition of life after sports. And to you, you've been through that transition, you know what it's like. What did you want the biggest takeaway for the girls last night to understand?
That it's okay if they don't have all the answers. Especially I think as a Duke student who, most of us and them are highly accomplished or have a real unique drive, and you want to always have all the answers, and you always feel like you need a plan. And it's okay, especially, as you're making that transition junior, senior year into the real world, it's okay to have some uncertainty. And I think we just tried to reassure them that we all went through that, and we all went through different emotions, some sadness, when our career was over. And again, that's okay. It's all a part of growing up, and there's people to lean on and there's people to learn from. And ideally they came away last night knowing that there are alumni they can ask questions of, and that, the next couple years are more about exploring, their likes and dislikes and what potential career paths there could be, and that they'll figure it out eventually, and it's okay. Everyone's on a different timeline.
And speaking of alumni, the panel that you sat next to last night, a bunch of Duke alumni, Sue Gordon and Carrie Goodman. What was that experience like for you to share that stage with former Duke alumni?
It was great. I mean, I think too it helped us connect with the student athletes, because even though we all had different experiences, we at least had some similarities. We all walked, West Campus. We all, played on the same fields. We had, the same demands on our time in terms of academic requirements and athletic dreams. And then sharing the stage with Sue Gordon and Carrie, I mean, they're both, excellent human beings and have accomplished a lot here and had really great insights into their experiences and how they navigated as well. But it was a real honor. And plus Prim Saripapat as the host, and then Sue Enquist, legendary Hall of Fame softball coach who has just so many insights when it comes to talking to female athletes. So it was really fun.
Yeah, she was awesome last night. But you yourself have accomplished so much life after sports. When did you realize your passion was to start ESPNW?
Yeah, it really came about pretty organically, and maybe that's why it's been successful. But at every step of the way, it felt pretty natural. I mean, I definitely knew I was pushing at certain points, and I definitely knew we were doing things differently, but it all felt like all my life experiences kind of led to that. Being a little tomboy growing up and playing with the boys and getting strange looks from the neighbors, and then, being a 3-sport athlete in high school, and then coming to Duke, and even, in our best days, you have like 50 fans and 48 of them are parents. So you sort of always knew that, women's sports had a way to go and female athletes deserved more coverage and deserved more of the spotlight. And then, my business experience, my brand marketing experience, it all sort of naturally led to ESPNW.
So speaking of that, how have you seen the transition into what women's sports is today?
Yeah, we're definitely getting there. I mean, I think we all want it to be faster, and you have to have a lot of patience, but you have stars really breaking through, whether it's Ronda Rousey. Of course, Serena Williams has had the most amazing career. But then the U.S. Women's National Team winning the World Cup, getting a ticker tape parade First time a women's team has accomplished that. And now they're really fighting, you know, for equal pay, which is awesome. So it's one thing to accomplish, but then it's another thing to use that to better the road for everybody else. And the fact that the U.S. women's national team is doing that and spurring that conversation, that's sort of the best thing they could have done with that victory. But, you know, if you just look at across ESPN, you know, the coverage of women's sports has never been stronger. There's so many great stories to be told. There's so many accomplished women, you know, on the collegiate ranks, let alone professional ranks. So telling those stories is something we're really adamant about at ESPN and ESPNW.
And you have a story yourself, but you're back on campus, back on Duke's campus, where you used to call home for 4 years.
Yeah.
Former field hockey player helped bring the team to their first ever NCAA appearance. Kind of tell us maybe what's your fondest memory, and I know your son is here today as well. What's the kind of a story that you're going to tell him?
Well, truly, you know, truly being a part of that team that broke through and made the NCAA tournament for the first time. Coach Seiler was ACC Coach of the Year that year. It was a fabulous, you know, accomplishment because we had worked so hard. And my freshman year, we should have been in the tournament, but we had like mental blocks about what it took to take that next step. So junior year, actually doing that and propelling the program to the next level was really great. And plus, you know, my teammates were some of my best friends, and to this day are some of my best friends. So it's really about that. It's really about the relationships you forge and the funny things you do on campus. And no, that was definitely a highlight.
Well, thanks for being back here on campus, and having that panel last night was really eye-opening, I think, to some of these girls. I think they really appreciate it, and we appreciate you being back on campus today.
Thank you, Rebecca.
This is Laura Gentile, the founder of ESPNW and Senior Vice President of ESPN, and I'm Rebecca Fiorentino for Blue Double Network. Thanks for watching.